Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
The onset of the coronavirus pandemic is forcing institutions around the world to rethink about one particularly germy surface: cold, hard cash. This is going to be hard to hear, but according to multiple studies, microorganisms found living on the surface of cash and even credit cards range from mouth and vaginal bacteria to flu-like viruses. But what if you can make your daily purchases without touching a thing? Welcome to Sweden, where thousands of people are inserting tiny microchips under their skin so that they no longer have to carry cash, IDs, gym passes, and key cards to get into work.
I have 2 microchip implants, one on the right and one on the left. I got the micro implants because I wanted to be part of the future. I don't need keys, so I'm able to actually open the doors with my hands.
These tiny chips are about the size of a grain of rice, and they're implanted into the back of the hand with a syringe. And so far, about 3,000 Swedes have gotten them implemented.
So in Sweden, you can actually use it to put your train tickets inside. You can actually use it with Scandinavia's biggest gym chain, so you don't actually need to show your membership card. I use it personally as a business card, so you can actually put your phone on my hand and then my LinkedIn pops up.
So, who's behind this technology? This is Hans Sepienschoblood, and he's the CEO and co-founder of Disruptive Subdermals. They're one of the leading companies when it comes to developing microchip technologies.
I first encountered chip implants for humans almost 10 years ago. I felt that this is a very interesting technology that we could potentially do some awesome things with. So I bought a bunch online, got together a bunch of friends, and we had our first chip implant party. The number one reason for getting an implant is simply convenience. It allows you to eliminate some of the clutter in your life. Implants can also be used for making payments. For example, here at Epicenter in Stockholm, we use our implants in different vending machines, buying snacks and candy and juices whenever we feel like it.
Microchips may sound too futuristic for you, but Sweden is expected to be the world's first cashless economy by March of 2023. But now, microchips could be used for more than just convenience. They have the potential to change healthcare and the way governments are handling the coronavirus crisis.
I am convinced that smart implants will provide a marvelous value to people who suffer from different health conditions and need to be able to log their vital parameters on a regular basis. It could be body temperature, pulse, blood pressure, and imagine if you could just do that by swiping yourself with a smartphone at any time. For example, the implants that we designed allow people to measure their body temperature. It has some very interesting applications to see how fever is spreading in the population. And I think that we will really need those tools to not least understand the ongoing pandemic, but in particular to be able to spot future pandemics at an early stage.
But how safe is your data in a body chip?
So I'm not particularly concerned about the hacking dimension of implants, because ultimately the processing of data doesn't happen in the implant. It's simply a sensor platform. All the processing happens in the smartphone. That's where the data is analyzed and where it's packaged and presented.
Cybertech experts still cite potential issues with data handling. If data isn't secure, others can access your info. And once it's out there, it's hard to get back. And in some cases, users could even be giving their data away without even realizing it in the terms and conditions that they sign on their smartphones. But with the way technology is headed, we could see a future where microchip implanting becomes the norm.
I believe that I'm going to be able to use my microchips to do payments in the future, identification, tickets.
In Sweden, every shop, in every kiosk, in public transport, there are always these touch terminals where people either touch their phone or their wallet with a credit card inside. So this means that the infrastructure for making payments also with an implant are already there.
The question is, could this Black Mirror type of technology be implemented in other countries? Han's ultimate vision is to take health microchips to developing countries where healthcare systems are less developed, so that people in remote areas with limited access to hospital facilities could just send their health information to doctors around the world to receive diagnosis. But until that technology is fully developed, would you be willing to get a microchip?
All roads lead to prophecy. Shalom, all praises, glories, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Bachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth, as well as men of like mind. Shalom wa chasad, which means peace and mercy, to the elect of the nation of Israel, whom are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners of the sea land of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom are scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and abroad. To you I say Shalom and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Ratazah. This lesson is edifying. Now, this will be a response video to the original video that was just uploaded by El Apostle Tahar, entitled to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, quoted from the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, and which we will expound upon in this lesson to bring edification unto those that may not know what the mark of the beast is. Now, the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. In Europe, it is known as the NFC chip implant, or biochip. Bio means body. Okay? And the RFID microchip, which is a mark of the beast, is the mark that the elites plan on using and are going to use to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive in their right hand or in their foreheads. And those that will not receive it will not be able to buy nor sell in society. Now, the elect of the nation of Israel, which Lord is willing I am of the elect of the nation of Israel, as well as you brothers out there and few sisters, are not going to take nor receive the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, because the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will preserve us, will keep us from the hour of temptation, which, when you go into the word temptation, it means to try out through the idea of piercing. So the hour of piercing, which in these devils will try to enforce their New World Order agenda upon the world through the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. Okay. Now, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and the he is referring to the hegemony of Esau, Edom. Who is Esau, Edom? Esau, Edom is the wicked, according to the book of Malachi chapter 1, verse 4, in whose hand, pursuant to the book of Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth has been given into. Okay. Some examples of the hegemony of Esau, Edom, the so-called Caucasian race, or the different banking families, such as the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the Duponts, the Oppenheimers, the Lees, so on and so forth. Okay, that is the he it is referring to. Causeth all people who are on the face of the planet earth, except for the elect of the nation of Israel, both small and great, rich and poor, whether they be a newborn baby to an elderly senior in society, whether they be rich in society or poor in society, at the very bottom, living in the slums, in the ghettos, in the road corners, free and bond, whether they be free in society or in bondage in the jail systems, to receive a mark. That word mark there is charagma, which means a stamp, an imprinted mark, which is the RFID microchip. The root word of charagma is charax, which means a palisade or a stake, which is referring to the syringe mechanism that is used to puncture the flesh of an individual to then insert the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, into their right hand or into their forehead. Okay, because the syringe has an appearance of a palisade or a stake, which is an instrument with a pointed bottom. Also, the RFID microchip has the appearance of a palisade or a stake, so they both go hand in hand. The root word of charax is grapho. Grapho means of the writings, filled with the writings, filled with the records, because within the RFID microchip is where one's financial and medical records, information are going to be kept, are going to be stored for so-called convenience. Okay, and Esau is going to push the narrative of so-called convenience and safety, because remember, it says he's going to cause all. He's going to do something that's going to cause all to receive this mark, except, I'll keep stressing this, except for the elect of the nation of Israel, whom the Lord Yahweh, through Son Yahushua, will preserve and keep from that scenario, from that reality that will soon come upon every other people upon the face of the earth, even upon 2/3. Now you'll have those that are aware that the RFID microchip is a mark of the beast and will buck up against this man's system, but ultimately the majority is going to take it, and those that will not will be excommunicado from society. You won't be able to buy or sell. Now let's read on. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So no man will be able to buy or sell in society if they don't have the mark. Now, for the elect of the nation of Israel, the Lord is going to provide for us, man. Look at the generations of old and see, did any ever trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and were forsaken? No. As a matter of fact, let's get the scripture here in the book of Sirach, one of my favorite scriptures. 34. And we'll come back to Revelation, the 13th chapter. 34, verse 12. I was oftentimes in danger of death, because at the times that we're about to enter into, we will be experiencing near-death situations. Now, you're going to have some brothers that are going to be martyrs for not receiving that chip, but we'll also be experiencing near-death and dangerous situations as we enter deeper into the times of Jacob's trouble. I was oftentimes in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. The spirit of those that fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. And the Lord is our hope. The Lord is our shelter, a strong defense from the heat, from danger. Whoso feareth the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, shall not fear nor be afraid, for he is his hope. So the Lord Yahweh, through Son Yahushai, will preserve the elect of the nation of Israel. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is our hope. Lord's willing, I am of the elect. The scripture says that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is a man's treasure. The fear of the Lord is what keeps us in check. Okay? And whosoever fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, shall not fear nor be afraid. Because we understand that the Lord is with us, man. We have faith. For he is his hope. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is our hope. The hope of his elect. Blessed is the soul of him that feareth the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. To whom doeth he look? And who is his strength? And the elect only look to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is our strength. For the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, are upon them that love him. He is their mighty protection and strong stay, a defense from heat and a cover from the sun at noon. All metaphors for times of trouble, especially the times that we are about to enter into. A preservation from stumbling and an help from falling. Spiritually, mentally, physically. He raiseth up the soul and lighteneth the eyes. He giveth health, life, and blessing through his words. Sirach, chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see. Did ever any trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Look at the generations of old. See you brothers and a few sisters out there. Look at our forefather Elijah when he was experiencing a famine at that moment in time, wherever he was in the land. And the Lord preserved him through carrying him to a brook called Cherith, the brook Cherith, and having ravens bring him bread, bring him food. And you could read that in the book of, I believe, 1 Kings, the 17th chapter. There are many different examples of the Lord delivering our forefathers. It's written all over the scriptures. All things that are written before time are written for our learning. For the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. And seeing that I mentioned Elijah, the Spirit is telling me to go there. And this is all to the Spirit, man. I didn't, have a list of scriptures that I was going to go to. But the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem HaKakodash, is what is guiding me to comfort the elect out there. 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 1. And Elijah the Tishbith was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, this is during the rule of Ahab, as the Lord Yahweh power of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto him, saying, Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. And so you see, this is an example of the Lord keeping his elect from affliction, from trouble. The Lord said, at famine we shall laugh. We'll get all those scriptures, because we have to be confident as we enter into the times of great trials and tribulations. Confident, I say, in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. without doubt. Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So he went and did according unto the word of the Lord Yahweh, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. So you see, this is an example of our generations of old. And Job is another example. Job lost everything, but was given back everything doublefold for his faith, for his patience. Job chapter 4, verse, or not 4, Job chapter 5, verse 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death. See? So the times that we're going to come into, we're going to experience famine in the land, throughout the land. Nevertheless, the Lord is going to redeem the elect from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. You see? See, elect, we're not going to be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, because there's going to be wild beasts roaming the earth, man. They're going to be broken out and freed from the zoos, and they're going to be roaming. But the elect of the nation of Israel shall not be afraid of the beasts of the earth, because the Lord is going to make the beasts of the earth to be in league with the elect, to be at peace with his elect, which, Lord's willing, I am a part of, as well as you brothers out there. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. You know? And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation, and shalt not sin. So those are just some comforting scriptures to comfort the elect out there of the nation of Israel for the times that we are about to enter into. The times of the hour of temptation, when these devils are going to enforce their New World Order agenda through massive chipping, causing all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that no man, back in Revelation chapter 13, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast. Now the beast is the pagan Roman Empire, which came back in the form of NATO and the EU, with America being an extension of that empire, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666, which is the barcode system that these devils need for their digital infrastructure in order for their chip to work. Okay. Also, when you go into the Greek for 666, it is chi, stai, stigma. Chi and stai both means X mark. I always make this example that there's a saying in the world, X marks the spot. Look at certain movies, before a doctor or a nurse or a physician punctures an individual's flesh with a syringe, they'd mark an X mark in their flesh, or a circle with a dot in the middle, which is what these devils are going to do when they're about to enforce their New World Order agenda through chipping. Now, stamp is figuratively, according to the online etymology dictionary, a mark of disgrace. And that mark of disgrace is that chip. So this message is to you Israelites out there that may not know that the RFID microchip is a mark of the beast. Do not take it. Do not take the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. It is also known as NFC chip implant in Europe and also biochip. This is the judgment for those that do. Revelation chapter 14 verse 9, And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image. Now the image of the beast is a system of the beast, which is comprised of his infrastructure, his philosophies, his laws, his what else? His religions, so-called, his financial infrastructure, his medical infrastructure, the way his cities are designed, everything that comprises this man's system is an image of the beast, which is a system of the beast. And receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, which indignation means righteous anger. And so the wrath of the Lord is being likened unto wine that is poured out into a cup, which is being likened unto his indignation, in which those that worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in their forehead and in their hand shall drink, all the way down to the very dregs. In other words, they're going to drink the full potency of the wrath of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone from those ICBM nuclear missiles, and also from the laser beams that are going to be shot forth from the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? In the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. The Lamb is our Lord Yahushai, whom the world ignorantly calls Christ, and willingly. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, meaning for a period of time. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So I'll conclude the lesson here. I pray it was edifying and comforting to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until the next, I say shalom. Lord's willing, until the next. Shalom.